The youngest of the suspects in the attack on the Paris offices of the Charlie Hebdo magazine has handed himself over to police. 12 people were killed in that attack. Police are still on the hunt for 3 French nationals, 2 of whom are brothers. The hooded attackers stormed the offices of Charlie Hebdo, a weekly satirical magazine known for lampooning Islam and other religions. They shot and killed some of France's top cartoonists, as well as 2 police officers. The gunmen escaped in a waiting car. Some 800 soldiers have been brought in to beef up security. Meanwhile, thousands of people came out in solidarity with those who were killed, laying flowers and lighting candles. The militant attack is the most deadly on French soil in decades. All right, now for a little bit more on that story, we're going to be crossing to our correspondent in Paris, Jack Parrick. I wonder whether or not you can hear me at the moment. A very good morning to you. What can you tell us? What is the latest on the ground?
So at the moment we're hearing that the youngest of the assailants of this attack, Hamid Morad, we assume 18, from Reims, a French national, we think, has reportedly given himself up to police. This is unconfirmed. There's lots of reports back and forward, lots of people saying that the raids had stopped, but it seems that they're continuing to go on, and we're waiting for confirmation from the French Interior Ministry. That's when we'll know exactly what's happened with these raids. I think it does seem that the raids are continuing in the city of Reims, which is about 140 kilometres to the east of Paris. Here in Paris, we've seen forensic experts leaving the Charlie Hebdo building, and there's been a massive outpouring of Parisian support and solidarity with the victims of this tragic attack.
And what's the mood or the sentiment on the ground among ordinary people in Paris? I understand there's been a deployment of additional security officials there. Is there a fear, perhaps, that this may spiral into something else?
So there has been a huge step up in the security presence here in Paris. I think with these assailants having fled and taken to the road, there's not too much fear on the ground. And in fact, at the vigil in the centre of Paris that we saw when the thousands of people came out to show their support for the victims, there was a lot of banners saying "We are not afraid." A lot of signs saying, you know, that actually this is something that we find unacceptable, in Paris, and obviously are trying to show their support for the victims and the families of these cartoonists that have been killed, and the police officers as well.
What's very interesting about those gatherings is that even people who subscribe to Islam have come out to say not in the name of Islam will this attack be carried out. But what do we know about the suspects? The one that has been apprehended now in police custody, I believe he's a teenager, 18 years old. You can correct me if I'm mistaken. What do we know about them?
Well, at the moment, clearly, we know very little. I have heard from some that apparently the police might have been searching for him in the city of Reims, Hamid Morad. The other 2, Said Kouachi and Trif Kouachi, 2 brothers in their early 30s, they're believed to be Franco-Algerians, and apparently have had links to a Yemeni terrorist organisation. One of those brothers was actually arrested in 2005 on terrorism charges and spent a year and a half in jail for it. So these are known activists in this world of Islamist military attacks, etc. So many here are questioning, you know, if these people were known, why were they given the freedom to perpetrate this attack?
And what is the government saying there? Are they treating this as a terrorist attack?
Yes, certainly. François Hollande has come out and said that this is an abominable attack on French liberty and French freedom of speech. Obviously, he's set a day of mourning for tomorrow, and there'll be 3 days with the flags held at half-mast to show the support for the victims.
And this is not the first time that this particular publication has come under attack. I do understand the editor or one of the high-ranking officials there was given police security as a result of the threats against them.
Indeed. So Charlie Hebdo is a magazine famous for making inflammatory cartoons on the front. They attack Muslim leaders, but they also attack lots of other leaders from all different sides of spectrums, political, religious. It is their thing. It's their shtick, so to speak. They attack and satire everyone and anything ruthlessly, but it's drawn criticism and it's drawn a lot of hate. Back in 2011, in November 2011, there was a firebomb attack by Islamist assailants, but nobody was hurt at that time. On the Charlie Hebdo HQ, it really has taken a battering for what it stands up and really fights for.
We'll have to leave it there, at least for now. Thank you so much for that update. Our correspondent in Paris, Mr. Jack Parrock, as the information or the details become available, I'm sure he'll bring us up to speed.